Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Guys, I gotta make this fast. How are y'all doing? I asked what this conversation was going to be about, and what I heard is major blessings upon blessings. Okay, I'll take some of that. I'll receive some of that. So last night was the solar eclipse. A lot of energetic shifting is still continuing through till today. And a lot of what needs to happen is already starting to happen. I would highly recommend you just hold on. Hold on to something stable. I feel like for many people, a lot of what's going to be happening is going to be mind-blowing. I do feel like at some point, people need to just kind of allow themselves to be present and just witness, right? I think if you try and force things, if you have some type of rigid expectation regarding everything that is taking place in your life, all the changes, I think you're going to have a really hard time. I think if you're just fully present and observe and allow yourself to kind of trust your soul, right? Just really trust that everything that needs to happen is happening, and that you are going to be provided for, you are going to be protected. And that's that, like, no questions. The other night, I was in real bad shape, and I let my body worker know, just to get some idea of what I can do. For those who are not aware, I've been MIA, just the sheer fact that I've had multiple dislocated ribs. Ehlers-Danlos is fun. Sorry. Ehlers-Danlos is a fun thing to have. So writhing in pain, my body worker says, I'm coming over. And it's like super duper late at night. I'm talking about like almost 11. And I felt horrible. And I was like, I would feel horrible if something happened to you, because they have to drive quite a distance to get to my house. And they asked, I had said, you should just stay home. I will basically figure out a way to manage. And they asked me, because they know the work that I do. They were like, are you asking me to stay home because it's late at night, or is it something to do with my safety? And I said, both. Like, I don't want anything to happen to you on account of me. Right. And they said the most powerful thing, and I had no response. There's no way for me to negate that. They replied simply, I'm very protected. Basically, nothing will happen to me. I'm protected. It's true. It's true. And I was feeling some type of way of, like, if I sense something bad or negative, trying to impact them as they're trying to make their way to me to help me, I wouldn't be able to protect them. I was discombobulated. But the fact that the response, the energy behind it, there was no question. Like, I wouldn't have to do anything. They are highly capable. They are heavily protected, and they are claiming this. And I was just like, okay, I'll see you soon. Even me, who can sometimes be an absolute mama bear and be like, no, you shouldn't. I couldn't say anything because there was no room for any doubt. That's how you have to experience this period. No room for any type of doubt, where you are simply making these declarations from deep inside your core. I am protected. I am provided for. Nothing will happen to me. Nothing that I don't allow, I don't give permission for, will ever be allowed to happen to me. Right? So, ooh, I love this. I love this. This lack of belief in your power, this fear that you're not strong enough, you can't handle your life, you can't handle the way these things are playing out and the way it will benefit you in the end. That needs to be cleared out. That needs to be swept away. That needs to be allowed to be let go of. You need to allow your life to be the very thing that is showing you you are custom calibrated for this period that you are in right now. Realistically, I should not have even live streamed last night. Realistically, like at all. Not the fire ceremony, definitely not the expedites. The probability of me severely re injuring myself was extremely high, extremely high. But just as my body worker made that declaration over themselves, the pathway they took to get to me, and how they would experience the pathway back home, at what time in the morning, I followed suit and I did the same thing for myself. Not only was I perfectly fine, at the end of basically 5 or so hours of live streaming, my body had felt the loosest it's felt in probably a year. All of that built up tension from stored energy. You are perfectly calibrated for what is coming next. And what's coming next? Major blessings upon blessings, if you allow it. And the way you allow it is by letting yourself heal from the self-doubt, letting yourself heal from that, letting yourself recognize when you're being given messages from soul, when your soul is confirming the things that need to be confirmed. I mean, really, though, you have to allow yourself to recognize life has given you example after example after example, confirmation after confirmation after confirmation of just how capable you are of living the greatest expression of your most authentic self possible. It's been showing you. It's been showing you. I was shown something the other day. I didn't want to see it. It was weird. I like people are just so fucking weird sometimes. But life has shown me time and time and time again over the years that I've been publicly visible. I don't want to be publicly visible. I don't believe I'm suited for public visibility. From my lack of social awareness, like I don't read social cues very well. I just don't. And people don't understand that my reaction, my response to things, to people, to circumstance, it's not what they said, it's what the intention is behind what was written. Because people will be like, damn, you just told that person, what the hell did they even say to deserve that? I already knew what they were planning. I already knew what their intention was. That's what I'm responding to, not what their comment is. Right? That's what I don't believe I'm suited for public visibility. I'm not a public figure in that way. I don't play by those games. I don't play games, period. I'm blunt as fuck. And the older I get, the more blunt I become, the less patient I am for all of that nicety, that fake shit. I can't stand that. No, I'm not a mean person. I have the capacity to be mean, but I'm not a mean person. I'm actually very kind. I'm very genuine. You will never second guess your place with me. I'll let you know. I will never play nice just to save your feelings. I will let you know, not necessarily in the meanest way possible. I will let you know. And just because I don't understand certain social cues, I don't understand most of them. I don't know when people are joking with me or when they're serious. um, yeah, if I find it funny, I will laugh. And then I'll realize like, oh shit, you're serious. Oh, I'm so sorry. right? So with that, despite the fact that I'm not made for like public niceties, um, I'm still publicly visible. And I've questioned and questioned and questioned that, right? And every time I question that, life throws me a circumstance to prove to me that I'm fully capable, that I am perfectly fine the way I am. And what type of circumstances life throw my way? It's just cycle after cycle of the same type of thing. And you will see this in your life. It might not be the same cycles that I go through, but you will see that you go through these cycles every couple of weeks, couple months, couple years. You know how long it is between each cycle. For me, it's maybe like every other year or so. I'll come into a space where I will doubt I will doubt the perfection of my design. I wasn't designed by me. I was designed by creator, just like all of you. You are perfectly designed by creator, right? So there's this perfect design that I exist within that I don't know and I don't fully value because this is all I know. And I start to question and I start to doubt and I start to have these issues with trusting myself and my soul and my own existence. And then you know what happens? An undeniable thing happens. A jealous ass female will try so hard to gather as many people as possible, to hate me as deeply as possible without even knowing me. And then it causes me to wonder. It used to cause me to wonder. Now it doesn't. It used to cause me to wonder, like, what did I do? What is it? Did I do something that offensive without knowing? Because I'd like to apologize. Like, I don't want conflict. I'm not afraid of conflict, but I don't want it. And then they try and go out of their way to tear me down and paint me as a monster. And I'm money hungry and I'm a bitch and all this ugly shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, there's validity to everyone's opinion, but what did I do to garner this type of opinion from them? Oh, it's because I'm everything they want to be. Because you give it enough time. And I promise you, look at the last person who tried to pick on me and destroy me and paint me as fucking evil. It's the same narrative every single fucking time. Look through the archives of the history of me being publicly visible. It's the same words, the same type of toxic female. You give it enough time and you go back and you look at their content after they become aware I exist, after they try and destroy me publicly. Look at their content and look at mine. They want to be me. And I sit there and I'm confused. Why? Most people don't like me. Why would you want to be me? I mean, that's fucking weird. You have your own value. Why would you want to be me? I wasn't asking the right question. It wasn't a question of what did I do wrong? How did I fuck up? How did I piss people off this time? It wasn't a question of why can't they see their worth? Why are they trying to be me? What is it in me that triggers them so badly? Those were all the wrong questions. The real question is why can't I see the value that lives inside me? Why can't I accept I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now? And people see me doing what I'm doing, and it looks so easy because guess what? I'm just being me. And there's so much blessing that comes with that. Blessings that we don't recognize because why? Because this is all we know. The life you live is all you know. And it's taken many cycles for me to realize because I was so focused on the handful of people who disliked me, who had a disdain for me because they aren't me, can never be me, cannot sustain that. And eventually, according to the cycles that I've lived through so many times through my entire life. Bitches, eventually everyone sees who you are trying to cosplay, and then you get tossed away. Not because of me, but because of you trying to be me. That's the pattern. I don't need to wonder how long it will take before it happens. It's always what happens in the end. And why does that have to happen? Because my life is showing me, I mean, all these things you can't believe about yourself, all these questions that you ask about the whys. Why me? Why do people hate me? Why do people love me? Why? They were always the wrong questions. And life keeps giving me the same answer, confirmation after confirmation after confirmation, that I'm being blessed for simply being myself. Oh, my sweatshirt is blessed. I did not realize. Yes. Actually, I had lost this sweatshirt for several years. And the last time I was heavily wearing it, I was in that same cycle. It was another female who thought they were going to be Emmy. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy to even hear come out of my mouth. That's the fucking crazy shit. And they were hell bent on it. And they were even copying my makeup, my mannerisms, everything about me. They were copying it. And I just stayed in my lane and asked me where that female is at this point. I don't know, but I've had quite a few people email me over the last maybe 2 years or so, wanting to know what the drama was actually about, because now they see that she's a lying asshole. And I'm just like, that's none of my business. You know what it was about. You participated in it. Don't come to me after the fact because now they did it to you. That's none of my business, and I will not involve myself. But Emmy, I need you to no, I don't need to do anything but mind my business and continue on my healing journey. Because that's done for me. It's been done. It stays in the past. I don't rehash to revive an old drama that I never was even really part of. They tried. They tried to suck me in, to fuel it. I refused. And because I refused, and this is a key part for you guys to really take in during this period, because I refuse to expend any of my sacred energy on trying to convince people that this person's lying, that person's lying, I'm not the person that they are portraying me to be. You know what happened? All of my energy went towards what? The blessings that were already percolating in my field. It ripened the blessings, and the blessings came to full fruition for me and my community. That's all I care about. People can say whatever they want to say. If you say enough, and I can take legal action to correct that, I absolutely will. But until that point comes, you don't exist to me. You just don't. You don't. My energy goes only towards what I say because it's mine. It is mine. Your energy is yours. If you're going to let all of this petty shit, and there's going to be a lot of petty shit over the next several months, this is going to last and ride through for several months. It's a war gate. Wars are not fought in one night. They are first primed. They are positioned. The soldiers are positioned. The tools of destruction must be positioned. That's what's happening right now. A lot of positioning. You save your energy for what you want to build. Let them expend everything they have on their bullshit. None of that will be allowed in if you do not let it in. And sometimes it's the people who care about you the most and love you the most who are being used as Trojans to transport this bullshit into your realm of awareness. Those old cycles from years ago, people who do love me and support me and are protective of me, they used to report back to me and be like, Emmy, so-and-so said blah, blah, blah. Babe, don't worry about it. But Emmy, it's not true. You know that, I know that, that's all we need. Emmy, you have to shut them up. Babe, let them keep talking. We're just going to keep moving in the way we choose. It's okay. But Emmy, I love you. I know you do. I know you do. I feel it. Ignore them. Ignore them. Don't tell me about any more of it. Don't. But don't you want to know? For what? For what? What do I need to know that for? So I can be upset. So I can expend all my energy on trying to return back to center after I see something just utterly disgusting. I don't need that. Don't engage it. Whatever it is that's presented to you, unless it needs to be corrected in the highest level of correction, at the highest level of correction, don't engage it. Don't engage it. Okay? Only engage if you are prepared to take it all the way through and you have explored every single potentiality. And every single one, you find a way to negate their efforts and you always come out on top. I promise you, if there's one thing, if you are opposed to me and you're trying to start shit with me, one thing you need to know about me, I will not engage, but the moment I engage you, know that you're fucked. You will not find a way out of what I am going to do. And it will destroy your entire fucking existence. People don't realize, Pisceans, once you get me to that point, Pisceans are as cold as the trenches in the oceans. I don't give a shit. And if you think Pisceans stay in la la land, we just let you think that. We just let you think that. We're accommodating. You pair that Piscean with the drive and the focus of my Capricorn moon, babe, you're fucked. Don't keep poking at me until I respond, because once I respond, your entire life is fucked. Yeah. And I don't care how nice you are after the fact. I don't care how sorry you are after the fact, because at that point, you absolutely need to be corrected. And I am one of the best teachers you will ever come across. You will see a whole nother side of me that is so unnecessary, but you begged for it and you begged for it and you begged for it. And so now I'm going to bless you with some learning that you will never forget. But until then, I'm going to just keep living my life as though you don't exist, because to me, whatever you do, good for you. You don't exist in my life. And I don't feel bad or sorry. I only do that when you reach the toxic threshold. You guys have to learn yourselves. Are you someone that's very condemning? I'm not. It takes a whole nother breed of nasty monster, demonic person for me to get to that point. It takes a whole nother level of that. I'm extremely tolerant. extremely patient. So by the time I get to that point, I finally learned and reached a point of maturity where it's like, nah, you really deserve it. And I'm not sorry. I will never change my mind. And then I move forward. If you're too busy expending energy on attacking yourself for doing what is necessary, gosh, I've been through so many cycles of that. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It is. It's a waste of time. Because really, shouldn't your energy and your time be used towards preparing your space to receive the blessings that are being prepared for you, right? You're in a circle of protection. There are things that are going to happen that are going to try and encourage you to step outside of the boundary line of that circle of protection. Don't do it. Don't do it. A lot of what's happening right now, there's a massive influx of demonic energy. People don't understand the true nature of demonic energy. Demonic energy is not always dark. It's not always scary. It's not always how we are told it is. Some girl levitating with her head turned all the way back, speaking in tongues. No. Some of the most demonic things involve the light. It involves people trying to be so sweet and kind, and they're just protecting you. I will never protect you from the very process that you must experience to cultivate the strength and awareness of strength that's necessary for you to reach the next part of your journey. I'll let you know, like, hey, this is going to be a fucked up circumstance. You got it, though. Breathe. You got it. You can do it. You can do it. It's going to test you. It's going to challenge you. It's going to push you to the edge. The only parts of you that will break are the parts that are not designed to be carried forward to the next part. These people, I want to protect you. No. Do you know how many demons have come to me as a child? Beautiful, beautiful faces looking like angels, light surrounding them, offering me protection. But something in me, even as a child, knew, no, you're a stranger. I don't know you. I don't trust you. You know, they try and convince you to be scared of your own shadow. For what? That's a part of you. That's a part of you. My entire life, I've been shamed for having a robust shadow aspect. What is it about my shadow that's so wicked? Has it ever harmed anyone? No. Is there demonic things in my shadow? No, because demonic things seek to subjugate, dominate, control. There's nothing in me that wants to do that. Does that mean I'm a demonic? Oh, but I have dark eyes. Yeah, I like my eyes. They're dark. Hmm. I used to be ashamed of them. I used to wear contacts to cover the darkness of my eyes. That was when I was afraid of my own shadow. Turns out everything I need to walk this life with my chin held high and no fear of anything laid before me has always been hidden in my shadow. Your shadow is anything that's part of you that you reject, that you hide away because people have shamed you. You know, my ability to heal someone beyond what allopathic medicine can do, that's a part of my shadow. Do you know that? If you've ever seen me completely change someone's life in the span of a few minutes on a live stream, that comes from my shadow because that's a part of me I rejected since childhood. Tell me again how shadow is evil. Tell me again how darkness is intrinsically wicked. Do you know the most sacred space on earth is your mother's womb, completely blacked out in shadow? darkness. You were formed in the sacredness of that dark space. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Be careful of the people who use artificial light. When you hear something profound coming out of someone's mouth, here's the litmus test. That's a beautiful quote. Where did you get that from? Look at their response. If you listen to someone who speaks profoundly and you hear them say something that you know is a fucking quote, but they give no credit to that, to the origination of those words, you got a fake ass person right there. If you hear me say something profound and it did not come from my own thoughts, you will hear me say this. You know, I was reading something the other day. You know, I saw a video the other day and the person said blah, blah, blah. And it was profound. It's time for you to begin looking for authenticity. There are markers in people's behaviors that clearly show you whether they are authentic or not. If you listen to the inauthentic people, they will steer you away from your blessing. All I want is for you to receive what is rightfully yours. I don't need following. I don't need some type of social media celebrityhood that doesn't make you a celebrity. And have you seen the celebrities? I mean, really, I don't roll in those circles. I have quite a few clients who are in fact celebrities in their own right. Not that type of celebrity, though. They're genuine. They're real people. Think about the circles that you want to be a part of. Think about the ways in which it pulls you from your space of centered, authentic existence. Be inspired by someone, don't emulate them. Be inspired, but do not try to emulate. Do not try to be a clone, right? And if you're the one that is being emulated and it offends you, and that's for a reason, don't focus on that. Be aware of it. Don't focus on it. Just keep it moving. My son is a very big deal in the underground music scene. And I'm talking about, this is not just me bragging about my child. I'm talking about he goes to LA to a music event and he's not announcing who he is. And people are stopping him. And they're like, hey, oh my God, you're so-and-so. Can I take a selfie with you? I'm just like, that's so fucking cool, baby. That's so cool. But whatever to him is whatever, right? He's like, I guess. And there is an entire, there is an entire sound that was created by him at like 13 years old. That's years ago. That's 10 years ago. And now that sound is very popular. And you have these people who create that sound. No, you didn't. You were inspired. And sometimes he gets irritated because these people can be disrespectful, not realizing he is the originator of that sound. And they're just copying him. And I tell him, son, I know. You have to shift the way you see it. You're being given evidence by soul. You are the way shower. You are the trailblazer. That's it. That's it. Let them keep following after you and copying you. The reality is this: there's nothing until you create first. There is nothing they can do. They will never top you. Same thing applies for you guys. Be aware of where your energy is going and how it's being used. There are some things that are trying to pull you out of this space of incubation. If you're still needing to bake, you go ahead and keep baking, okay? You go ahead and keep baking, keep allowing your dough to rise. You're making something yummy out of your life. Keep going. Just because you're not aware, just because you're not in the process of rebirth, does not mean you're stagnant. It just means you need to trust your soul. Yep. Uh-huh. I like that. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So here, you're destined for success, right? You're destined for success. That's a statement and a declaration all on its own. You either receive it or you don't. That's it. You either receive it or you don't. Now, is this going to be ending soon? Is this going to come to a conclusion? No, it's not. It's going to continue. It's going to continue, and you're going to continue to finish the things that need to be finished off so you can move on to the next part. What's the next part? You won't know until you finish what is being presented right now. If you're going to waste your energy on the petty shit that's intended to cause you to waste your energy, then no, you won't see what comes next. And even if it does arrive, you're so distorted in the way you see because of your feelings about what happened that you won't be able to utilize it in the way it needs to be utilized, right? There's some differences in the way you assume this will play out and the way that your soul has chosen for it to arrive and play out. Trust your soul. It knows better than you. I'm not saying trust me. I'm saying trust your soul. It knows better than you. It will guide you. It will guide you. Michael, don't start shit. Michael said, you always stick me in the middle of drama. You know, I'm like, I know I am. I said to him, you always stick me in the middle of drama with the things that he sometimes will tell me that my soul is like instructing me to say because I'm ignoring it. Sometimes it will create triggering in people. And that's why I said, so you stick me in the middle of drama. And he goes, but you're so good at it. I know. I know. I'm really good at mitigating drama, but still, I don't like that. I don't like that. Be respectful of my boundaries today. He goes, did you really just wave me away? I did. The warrior. It's in reverse. If you're going to be fighting something, know what you're fighting. I'm not going to fight my team. They just go away. I got to hurry up. I got to teach class. Go away. I know he's not going to go away. When I say go away, that means, please be quiet. Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me. Because right now, what we need to understand is there are things you're hiding from yourself, right? The moon is about what's hidden. The moon is about who you actually are, but are afraid to show the world. I'm actually extremely Capricornish. I'm also very Piscean, but I hide my Capricorn ways. I used to, because I understand the degree of success that I can reach in a very short period with minimal effort. It used to embarrass me. I'm extremely savvy when it comes to business moves, as long as I'm listening to my soul. What are you hiding? What's in your moon? What is the strength that's hidden within your moon sign? What is it? What are you denying about yourself? You got to stop. You want the blessings? Receive the blessings. Oh, speaking of, I'm blessing you guys with the information. This is the final week for anyone that wants to attend the 2-day in-person event, Quantum Potential event. This is a life-altering event. It's designed to completely change the way you see your life and the way you move through your life, from your health to business potential. It's huge. We have 2 slots left. This is the final week to purchase. I will be taking it offline at the end of this week. Whether those 2 slots are filled or not, it will be taken offline because the event is already coming up. And I need to make sure no one buys if there's no space. So just to let you guys know, okay? Now, if you look at what it is that's hidden and you allow yourself to fully explore that, you allow yourself to fully be present with that, you know what happens? Your wine ferments and it comes to true fulfillment. Oh, it's so intoxicating. Love it. It's time. It's time. You need to pull away from the things and the people who are blocking your way. I've had to walk away from several individuals who I thought I would never walk away from. Am I sorry that I walked away? Not a single bit. Babe, if you're watching, I'm not sorry. You showed me over and over and over that you don't belong in my life. I respect your decision and your stance, but I will not tolerate it or waste my time and energy. Love you. I do. Silently from a distance for the rest of this life. But I will always love you. Carrying forward. Once you let go of those type of things, they're energy drains. They're meant to cause you to gaslight yourself, to question yourself, to deny your actual worth. Fuck that. Fuck that. I've been through so much in life. I'm good off all that shit. You don't believe in my worth. You don't believe in me. You don't believe in my work. To go away. It's no big deal. You won't hurt my feelings. As a matter of fact, your absence is a blessing to my heart. Oh, it's the truth. It's the truth. For some people, and you can quote me on this, for some people, they just need to realize the gratitude I feel because their absence is a blessing upon my heart. Once that happens, you can then calibrate yourself to draw to you the very people, the very things that are very supportive of what you're trying to achieve. As long as what you're trying to achieve is in alignment with what your soul has planned for you, you will be renewed and you will not repeat those ugly patterns. Okay? Oh, oh, oh. There's an imbalance that some of you are recognizing, but you don't have the proper context for it. You need the context. The reason you feel unhinged and unbalanced in your life right now could potentially be due to the fact that you have been in a space of disrespect to self, disrespect to your sovereignty, consideration of other. Sorry, the final card. Okay, it might be because you haven't been living in the way you're designed to live and you've been disregarding yourself for so long that now that you are making yourself your priority, making your healing your priority, you're off kilter. You don't know what to do. You're wondering if you're being selfish. I promise you, you're not. People who consistently wonder if they're being selfish are the least fucking selfish people ever. Stop. You can keep wondering, but keep going too. Don't allow that wondering if you're selfish or not to be the thing that stops you from continuing your healing. Just stop with that. I'm talking to you too, Emmy. We got to stop because really, defend to the end the worthwhile, and you are absolutely worth the effort. You are worth going to war for. You are worth going to war for. One of the most healing, most validating things was when I had to come to a decision of whether I would continue or even initiate a legal action that was absolutely necessary to correct just absolute heinous behavior. And let's just put it this way. 6 figures later, I'm at this crossroad. Should I just stop? I mean, did I prove my point? And My husband said to me, no, take it all the fucking way. It's the best money we've ever spent. That was my response. And then he went and said, you fight for everyone else, but you never fight for yourself. And he basically said he didn't give a shit how much money we had to spend. I better fight for myself this time. So I did. I didn't stop. You know, sometimes you have to realize a lot of your problems come from the fact that you allow problematic people in your life out of kindness, because you know what it feels like to be alone. You know what it feels like to have no one. But did you ever pause and wonder, are you projecting your own journey onto someone who is alone because of how nasty they fucking are? I had to learn. Not everyone shares my story as to why I feel alone. And not everyone deserves to be saved in the way I wished someone would come and save me. So those cycles are done. It took someone who loves me so much that they could be honest with me. Right? Because he was upset when he said it. No, fuck that. You fight for everyone else. But you never fight for yourself. And maybe I never fought for myself. Because I know how so fucking good I am at war. I can't punish myself for having compassion. I can't block my blessings because I'm kind. When you live in a barbaric world, you have to understand the part of you that's capable of being a barbarian cannot be caged. It only comes out when necessary. So part of the blessing I'm allowing myself to accept right now is, if you want war, I will give you motherfucking war. And I'm damn fucking good at it. Damn fucking good. And let me tell you, I can uncover things that will destroy you, and I will sit on it. I will sit on it and sit on the knowledge that I can destroy you easily. I'll give you opportunity after opportunity. So by the time I actually use that knowledge and do what is necessary, I won't feel bad or think twice, because I gave you however long I sat on that information, and you still didn't choose to change. Hi, my name is Emmy. My middle name is Karma. How are you? You don't have to answer because I already know. Collaborative dreaming. Make sure the people you build dreams with are people who are worthy of being there at the end, not people who are simply there watching you do all the work and waiting to enjoy the fruits of your labor, free from judgment, free to love. Some people need to be fucking judged and then condemned and then thrown away like the trash that they are, because all they do is bring bullshit into your life. That doesn't apply to everyone, but you know who it applies to. Do with that information whatever you deem appropriate. Once you're done throwing away the trash, bring everything you want into form. You're greenlit to do it, but you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. And then once you trust yourself, you will attract to you the very thing. You go away, Michael. You will attract to you the very things that are necessary for you to reach the next part. Now, have a wonderful day. I'm done. I gotta get to my class. No, seriously, have a beautiful day. I want to take the last few minutes to remind you guys I have the Morphogenetic Fundamentals workshop coming up. If you want to learn aura spectra bioregenesis, my system is called Kokoro 33, and what I teach is aura spectra bioregenesis. I'm the only living being that knows aura spectra bioregenesis to the degree that I can teach it. Okay. This is not information that you will find online somewhere or hidden in some ancient manuscript. This is information that I have intact as memories from my soul from previous existences. You want to learn how to properly maintain your field, which you need to know how to do that. Take this program, Morphogenetic Fundamentals Workshop. It's a 4.5-hour workshop. I don't know what date it is, but if you click on that, click on the QR code or the link in the comment, you'll be able to see all the details. Also, one final time, I will not be repeating this. I promise you. Well, I don't know how this. I don't know how they salute. I promise this is the last time. Painful Protection Workshop. I will teach you how to heavily and efficiently defend your space from all dark magic attempts on you. Just fuck those bitches. They weak anyways. Who does shit hiding it? Weak bitches. That's who. That's who. Okay, I gotta get to my class. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you want to see any announcements, any new stuff, click here. This is my Hoobie link, and it's like a link tree. It shows you everything, any new events or whatever. Love you guys. I gotta go. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, everyone.